So I picked up this Xbox the other day, Value Village, and said it was for parts only. So I figured, you know what, for $3.99, I'll see if I can get this thing working. Give it a whirl.
So I got the system and it booted up no problem. It ended up having some sort of mod on it, which is a good thing because I never modded my original Xbox. It's completely stock, and so I've always wanted to try a modded Xbox, but I didn't want to do it myself. So yeah, it worked out perfect that this one was modded. So I'm just gonna boot it up here. So it has the regular logo. You can see Linus, he wants up. So yeah, Unleash mod on it. I've never been in this menu before. I don't even know what to do. Uh, so I'm just kind of tinkering around, seeing what's on this machine that I picked up. So even the layout of the controller wasn't working right. I see there's a whole bunch of emulators on there. So I just picked the first one, booted it up, booted into, looks like an NES emulator there. Whole bunch of games on there, already on the hard drive. Almost way too many. So I was kind of just going through, trying out the different controls. And I kind of liked how it had that menu system, you know, where it can go back almost like an Xbox 360, Xbox One type style. So I'm just booting up the next one. The music was so loud going into these emulators. I don't know what type of music they had put on these emulators, but super loud. So yeah, whole shit ton of games from there as well for Sega. So of course, what do you do when you're booting up a Sega Genesis emulator? You just boot up a Sonic game. Just for whatever reason, this menu came up as I was booting up a game, and then it didn't load right. Just showing there, didn't scale properly. So I just tried this out real quick. And yeah, I just trying to figure it out. It's all new to me. I'll tinker around with this some more. And yeah, so 6 seconds of that game and I'm done. Let's move on to the next thing if I can. I'm just trying to get back to the menu here. Embarrassingly can't figure it out. Managed to turn off the music, which is good. And back at the menu again. So Still just going through the emulators there. Tried out this thing here. I didn't know what this was. Looks like, Game Boy or something. But just brought me to this screen, and that was it. Just describing what I assume is just the mod for the Xbox and where to get more information. I didn't bother checking out that site yet. I'm just trying to get back to the menu here. And obviously can't figure it out, so I reboot the Xbox. Try this again. So back in the menu again. Let's try out another emulator, the N64 emulator. Not as much games on the N64 emulator. It's kind of disappointed. Some for a little bit more, but they got some of the essentials on there. I was just looking for a game that I could quickly boot up that didn't have like a long intro or anything like that. Landed on GoldenEye. GoldenEye ran pretty good. I have no complaints about the N64 emulator. The only complaints was just the controls. N64 controller does not translate well into an Xbox controller. So I'm just even trying to remember even how to shoot. And you can see that awesome aim I have there. Thank God for that auto aim in the old GoldenEye. So I just quickly tried that out. I didn't want to stay in there too long. Checking out the options. These emulators are pretty well put together. I kind of like how they have the backgrounds, and pretty easy to navigate around. I'm surprised I never tried one of these earlier. I was just checking out to see if they had any games on there. I assume that's for Xbox games. And just checking out the settings. I noticed that it had like a live update and a network connection there. I didn't have this connected to my network at the time, so I don't know if maybe there's a way you can just transfer the games onto this Xbox. It is possible. I'm just messing with the scaling here. I'll try to hook it up to my router at some point, just see if I can get a connection and see if I see it on my network. And that way maybe I can quickly swap games in and out, because other than that, I'm not sure how you do that. Like I said, I never dabbled too much in hacking my consoles, so other than PSP back in the day, and that was pretty much it. The Xbox always had an interest in it, but never did it myself, and I've never actually seen one in person until I picked up this Xbox. So just messing around with it. I like to open the DVD tray, close the DVD tray, all those little features that were in the settings that were pretty cool for its time, because they didn't have these features, on the original Xbox dashboard. You can start up a game and go back to the dashboard once you've started the game. So I'm just updating the clock. I don't know if that'll stick the next time I turn it on, but I just figured I'd update it. And again, just looking through the settings, trying out different things. So I'd try that last one, you know. Just another emulator, had a whole bunch of games still on it. I'm just trying to figure it out here. Look around in the settings. Just trying to find a game to play. Marble Madness. Never played this before. I just kind of just winged it, get the idea pretty quick. So that's pretty much it for this console. You know, picked it up for $3.99. Said it wasn't going to work for parts only. Ended up working flawlessly. You know, has a mod on it. Something I've always wanted to try, and something I just never really wanted to do to my own original Xbox. So this ended up working out perfect. You know, I'm really happy with this purchase, and I'll be tinkering with this thing some more down the road.